So this is the Yoga Sutras, Pada 1, Sutra 4. So we've been doing one each week. So this is, and you can see the other ones actually on my Facebook page, on the Jivana Quantum Healing page as well. So this is the fourth one. Vritti Sarupyam Itaratra. At other times, the seer identifies with the movements. Okay, so here we go. The mind is like a mirror. It reflects whatever is put before it. If the seer is identifying with the movements, reality is not experienced. The true form of the self, i.e. the big self, is the awareness of the silent, absolute eternity of the present moment. When the mind moves, when it is out of the perfect serenity and silence of the ascendant, then the seer sees the movements and believes the movements are the reality. This is the structure of identification, the root of the waking state of consciousness. The seer sees only what the mind presents to it. If the mind is chaotically active, the self loses sight of its silent nature and identifies with the activity. It is not that the self becomes the perceived object. That is impossible. The self can never truly be out of itself. But it is possible for the individual to believe that he or she is out of the self. This happens whenever the mind is not still. At these times, the self thinks that it is limited by space, time, and causation. This is the root cause of all human suffering, mental, emotional, and physical. This will become clearer as we proceed. Patanjali is playing with the word rupa, form, in the third and fourth sutras. In the third sutra, he gives us svarupa, the form of the self. Here we have sarupa, the form that resembles. The self can never truly be the movements in the mind, but it can resemble them and think it is them. Sva without the V equals sa. What is this element of V? That which supports or sustains everything. The infinite is the one support of everything that is. Without true perception of that, one experiences only the shadow of reality. Vritti, translated movement, is also found in the second and fifth sutras and a total of 7 more times throughout the Yoga Sutras. Vritti is an extremely rich word. It also means whirlpool, rushing, gush, mode of life, course of conduct, behavior, addiction to, devotion to, subsistence, circle, appearance, and transformation into. Thus it stands for all the play and display of the ceaseless activity of the mind, cycling around and around endlessly, never seeing the self, caught seemingly forever by the internal programs of belief, judgment, and experience. Dragged downward into illusion, the mind falls victim of its own beliefs and separation and judgments of duality. What it sees, it thinks it becomes. Here we go.